Hi students, welcome to PhD Jobs and Admission. This is Gauri, and in today's session we are going to see different types of measurement scale in research by using MCQs. And in today's session basically I am teaching this for Pondicherry University's PhD entrance test research methodology subject. So there are four different types of measurement scales mostly in research, and those are nominal, ordinal, ratio and interval scale. And in PhD entrance test they will ask you almost 6 to 7 MCQs on this topic, and that's why I have covered all the concepts relevant to this topic in this session by using MCQs. There are other measurement scales also in research methodology, and those measurement scales also I have covered in this topic. Okay, so students, basically after viewing this session your concepts relevant to this topic will get clear, and you need to watch this session until the end so that your doubts also get clear. Okay, so students, now let us begin with this session. As you know that there is PhD entrance test at Pondicherry University on 12th and 13th August, and that's why all of you have only minimum days to prepare for PhD entrance test and to qualify the PhD entrance test. So in this PhD entrance test, they will ask you 50% MCQs on research methodology and 50% MCQs on concerned subject. So students, if you want to qualify the PhD entrance test, then you need to score 50% marks. And to qualify this PhD entrance test, we provide research methodology complete course. By using this course, all the students can guaranteed score 50% marks in research methodology itself, and they can qualify the PhD entrance test. In this, we provide full syllabus video lectures under which theory and MCQ lecture series are available. We provide full syllabus notes and mock tests. We have 10 mock tests, and each mock test contains 40 MCQs. That's why overall all of you can solve 400 MCQs. After solving the mock test, you can understand your preparation level. We provide more than 1500 MCQs revision PDF and more than 100 solved PYQs PDF. By solving this PDF, you can revise all of your topics in a single PDF, and you will get 80% MCQs from these PDFs only out of 100% MCQs in the research methodology section of the PhD entrance test. And PYQs is really very important because most of the MCQs under PYQs are going to be asked repetitively in the PhD entrance test. So whenever you solve all of these PYQs, obviously you can prepare very well. Okay. So students, this study material is available in both the languages, that is Hindi and English. So if you want to buy the complete course, then you can either download the Global Online app by from the Play Store. For that I have given the link in the description box of this video, or else you can contact me through the WhatsApp numbers that I have shown on the screen. The course fees are only 699, and in this low fees we provide guaranteed selection to all the candidates. The topics that I have mentioned on the screen, on all of these topics they will ask you MCQs under research methodology section, and that's why I have completed all of these topics in a complete course. Okay, so students, this research methodology complete course is nothing but a research methodology revision package which will be really very helpful to all the students so that they can guaranteed qualify the PhD entrance test. Okay, so students, basically whenever you buy the complete course, okay, so from buying day until your PhD admission to the university, we provide the proper guidance to all the students. Okay,
Question 1 is, which of the following scales of measurement contains an absolute zero? So here they have given you four scales of measurement: nominal, ordinal, interval and ratio. Okay, so from these scales of measurement, which contains an absolute zero? Okay, so students, let us see one by one all the scales of measurement. Nominal. So in the nominal scale, basically you can classify your variable only. Okay, whatever data you can only classify it. So there is only classification of the variables in the nominal scale. Then within the ordinal scale there is classification and order. Classification and order. Okay, in the interval scale there is classification, there is order and equal unit as well. Okay, classification, order and equal unit. Okay, And within the ratio scale, there is classification, there is order, there is equal unit, and as well there is absolute zero. Okay, and that's why your correct answer should be 4 over here, because in the ratio scale 0 point represents absence of attribute being measured. It means it represents absence of variable it being measured. Okay, this means that ratios between values on this scale are meaningful and can be used for mathematical calculation. So example like measures of weight, then measures of height, measures of distance, and measures of time. Okay, and that's why your correct answer should be 4, that is ratio scale. Next is the ratio level of measurement has what? Whether a constant odd number, whether a true 0 point, or whether unique applications or limited use in physical sciences. Okay, so students, as I have told you earlier in this video in the question 1 that the ratio level of measurement has a true 0 point. Okay, and that's why your correct answer should be 2, because in the ratio level of measurement data are measured on scale with equal intervals between units and true 0 point, and that's why ratio scale allows for addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication of data. True 0 point means there is a point on a scale. Okay, and it is called as true 0 point because it has the zero value. I mean to say variable has the zero value. Okay, proper zero value, and it means that there is absence of the attribute, and that's why if you want to represent the absence of the attribute, then you can give the value to it, that is 0. All of you getting? And that's why ratio level of measurement has a true 0 point, but other levels of measurement like nominal, ordinal, and interval, so those does not have true 0 point. Only ratio level of measurement has this characteristic, and that's why your correct answer should be 2.
So students, we provide Pondicherry University PhD entrance test paper to study material also. By using this study material, all the students can guaranteed score more marks in paper 2, that is in concerned subject. In this, we provide full syllabus notes and MCQs. In the MCQ section, we provide most expected MCQs and PYQs. By solving these MCQs and PYQs, all the candidates can score more marks in paper 2. So the subjects that I have mentioned on the screen, on all of these subjects, we provide paper to study material currently. If you want study material for any other subject, then you can ask me in the comment box. Paper to study material fees are only 999, and in this low fees we provide guaranteed selection to all the candidates. Okay, to join our courses you can contact me through the WhatsApp only, the numbers that I have shown on this screen. So students, this paper to study material is really helpful to qualify the PhD entrance test obviously, and also to qualify the interview session, because examiners will ask you a lot of questions about your concerned topic in interview session. So you can do the inquiry for paper 2 also, and it is really helpful for your guaranteed selection. Okay.
Next, which one of the following scales is based on the division in 100 units of equal size for 100 marks? So you have now total 100 marks. Okay, and you are going to divide these 100 marks in 100 units of equal size. Okay, so what does this scale actually, whenever you do all these things, okay, so on all these things, what scales is exactly based on this? Whether it is nominal scale, whether it is ordinal scale, whether it is ratio scale or interval scale. Okay, so students, I have told you exactly what is nominal scale, what is ordinal, and what is ratio and interval scale. So your correct answer for this question is 4, that is interval scale. So let me explain why. So interval scales are used to measure variables in which intervals between values are equal, but there is no true 0 point. So like this, here there are 100 marks and you are going to divide these 100 marks in equal 100 units. Okay, and that's why over here you are going to measure variables in which intervals between values are equal. So here the 100 units of equal size are there. It means that intervals of these sizes are equal basically. Okay, and as well there is no true 0 point, and that's why the scale based on this division is basically nothing but the interval scale, and that's why your correct answer should be 4. Now next is, in which scale of measurement classification, order and equality of units are ensured? So whether it is ordinal, whether it is nominal, whether it is interval or ratio. So here again they have given you the names of 4 scales of measurement, but we need to identify only one scale of measurement which has classification, which has order and which has equality of units as well, and all of these things basically are ensured in this scale of measurement. Okay, so students, the correct answer should be interval scale. So as I have told you earlier in this video that ordinal scale includes classification and order, right? Classification and order. Nominal scale includes only classification of the variables. Interval scale includes classification, then order and equal unit, right? And think about it. So classification, order and equality of units, all of these criterias are ensured in interval scale, and in the ratio scale it ensures classification, order, then equal unit and 0. Okay, absolute 0, and that's why your correct answer should be 3. Now next is, which scale is the simplest form of measurement? Now again they have given you 4 types of measurement scales, and we need to identify the scale which is the simplest form of measurement. So whether it is ordinal, whether it is interval, whether it is ratio, whether it is nominal. Okay, so students, the simplest form of measurement is nominal scale, because nominal scale includes only classification of the variable. Okay, you are going to only classify the data over here. There is no any numerical value you are going to give to the variables. Basically here the variables include are the categorical variables. Okay, and these kinds of variables can't be quantified. You can only classify them according to the common characteristics, and that's why this is the simplest form of measurement. And ordinal scale includes classification and giving orders or ranks to the variables. Interval scales include classification, order and equal intervals. Ratio scale includes classification, giving orders, then equal sizes and as well 0. Okay, so basically there is a absolute 0, and that's why the highest level of measurement scale is 0 and the lowest level of measurement scale is nominal scale, which is the simplest form of measurement. Next is, absolute 0 exists in. Now this is the very easiest question, whether it is nominal scale, whether it is interval scale, whether it is ordinal scale or whether it is ratio scale. So students, absolute 0 exists in ratio scale, that I have told you earlier in this video, right? Next, in which of the scales of measurement the properties of classification and order both are present? Now here again they have given you 4 types of scales of measurement, and from these 4 types of scales of measurement, there is only one scale of measurement which has the properties of classification and order both. So whether it is nominal, whether it is ordinal, whether it is interval or whether it is ratio. So as I have told you earlier in this video that only there is ordinal scale of measurement which has the properties of both classification and order, right? And that's why it is called as ordinal scale of measurement. So your correct answer should be 2. Now next is, what is the name for the type of checklist or rating scale that expresses criteria on some point scale to determine the quality of the performance of a student? Okay, so students, here they have given you some names of rating scale, or you can say there is only one name for rating scale, which is the name for the type of checklist or rating scale which expresses criteria on some point scale to determine the quality of the performance of a student. So whether it is diffusion, rubrics, track system or deduction. So students, whenever you see these options, then you will understand that diffusion is the term which occurs in the osmosis part, or whenever there is the flow of water or substances across the cells. So this is nothing but the diffusion, and that's why this concept is considered in biology. Okay, so diffusion does not play any role in the type of checklist or rating scale in research methodology. That's why this option gets eliminated. Track system, again this is eliminated. Deduction gets eliminated. So the remaining option, that is rubrics, is your correct answer. So now let us understand exactly what is the rubrics. Okay, so first of all students, rubrics or checklists or rating scales, those are actually equal, similar, and these are the tools that state specific criteria and allow teachers and students to gather information and make judgments about what students know and what students can do in relation to the outcomes. Okay, and the quality of information acquired through use of checklists, rating scales and rubrics is highly dependent on equality of descriptors chosen for assessment or deduction purpose of rubrics. Okay, and the purpose of rubrics is to provide tools for systematic recording and observation, and provide tools for self-assessment basically. And that's why only understand over here that rubrics is a type of checklist or rating scale, and it is useful to give some criteria on some point scale, and so that we can determine the quality of the performance of a student. Okay, that's why your correct answer should be 2 over here. Next is, now here they have given you list 1 and list 2, and you need to match the list 1 with list 2. So within list 1 they have given you different scales of measurement, and within list 2 they have given description of their properties. So scales of measurement includes nominal, ordinal, interval and ratio, and description of properties include classification and order, classification, order and equal units, classification, order, equal units and absolute zero. So as I have told you earlier in this video that nominal scale includes only classification of variables, that's why nominal will go for classification. Ordinal scale includes both classification and order, that's why ordinal will go for classification and order both. Interval scale includes classification, order and equal units, that's why it will go for this. Ratio scale includes classification, order, equal units and absolute zero, that's why D option will matches with 4. That's why your correct answer should be 2, because over here A is matching with 2, okay, then B is matching with 1, then C is matching with 3 and D is matching with 4, right? Now next is, which one of the following scales are the most appropriate and reliable to measure a single attitude? Okay, so if I want to measure a single attitude of a person, then here they have given you different types of scales, and from these scales, which is the most and appropriate and reliable type of scale to measure a single attitude only. So whether it is Likert type scales, whether it is differential scales, whether it is Thurstone scales, or whether it is arbitrary scales. Now students, let us see one by one these scales. So basically these are not the common 4 types of measurement scales in research that we have discussed earlier in this video. These are the different scales, and that's why you need to understand the concept of these scales. So first of all, let us see Likert type scales. So students, Likert type scale is a rating scale, and it is used to measure opinions, attitudes or behaviors. Okay, so from this scale you can measure opinions, then attitudes and behaviors. Okay, now what is now differential scale? So differential scale measures attitudes towards something. Okay, so basically it measures attitudes towards something. So for example, if you want to understand the attitude of a people toward the work, then for that basis, or for that thing basically you use differential scales. And for measuring attitude towards the work on a differential scale, okay, this is nothing but the differential scale. And that's why if you want to measure a single attitude of a person toward a something, okay, and differential scale is the most appropriate and reliable way. That's why your correct answer should be 2, not Likert type scale, because Likert's type scale is useful to measure opinions, attitudes and behaviors. I mean to say all. But if you want to exactly measure a single attitude towards something, then obviously the most appropriate and reliable way is differential scale. Now let us see what is Thurstone scale. So Thurstone scale measures respondents' attitude by using series of agree-disagree statements of various weightage. Okay, so basically here again you can measure the respondents' attitude, but by using the series of agree-disagree statements of various weightage. And that's why here you can't only measure a single attitude. So over here you can measure different types of attitude of a single people or single person. Okay, that's why this is again option gets eliminated. And the next one is arbitrary scales. So arbitrary scales are developed on ad hoc basis and are designed largely through researchers' subjective selection of items. And researcher in this type of process first collects a few statements or items which he believes are unclear and appropriate to given topic. So the meaning of arbitrary means unspecific, or which is not structured or which is unclear. And that's why whenever you need to measure the variables which are not that much clear to the researcher, but these are appropriate to the specific topic, okay, then at this specific kind of situation you can use arbitrary scales. And that's why this option again gets eliminated. Likert type scales gets eliminated, so your correct answer should be 2. Okay, so students, thank you for watching this session. I hope all of you understood everything, but still if you have any doubts you can ask me in the comment box.